I know. I don't know if some of y'all watched Powerpuff Girls before, but I did when I was young. And when I tell you, him is the most creepiest, weirdest, feminine monster I've ever seen in my life.
You're a victim.
Him is very dangerous. He doesn't play any games, and he is one of the very few villains that don't fucking. He get right to the bullshit.
Lord Jesus.
He's the most craftiest motherfucker ever, and his fit is trash.
Usually I'm here to talk to you about a crash out, but today, no. Today is about pure evil. I don't even know if this is a human, but what I do know is that he is him. So ladies and gentlemen, today I will take you on a journey into the mind of a maniac. And to help us rate this monster's evil, we will be taking a tally of all of his crimes throughout all of the evidence. Cause boy, he done did some stuff. But without further ado, welcome to the mind of a maniac.
Man.
Him, aka his infernal majesty. Now, to understand the evil of him, you have to understand that he doesn't fight using his hands. Oh no, him is a master manipulator.
Man.
He uses emotions against people to fight their own battles, which is why in his first episode, after the girls beat his goddamn Hydra and started using it as a jump rope, he was over there on his couch watching this, and the aura of him was over 9,000, because even the narrator was shook when he realized that it was him. But as he's watching them on the TV, him is like,
oh my Hydra.
Oh no.
How could you get
embarrassed.
by the Powerpuff Girls?
And while he's over there,
That's a dangerous, spooky nigga, bro. He used to spook me out, bro.
in his Hydra, Buttercup is over there chugging it like a football at Blossom trying to play catch. But it ends up hitting Blossom into a building, making them fight. And while they're going back and forth, Bubbles yells for them to stop. And while she's trying to get them to stop fighting, a light goes off in his head because he realizes that he can easily manipulate Bubbles to beat the Powerpuff Girls. And him is over there like,
Yes. Yes.
I love when them girls fight.
Oh, Bubbles, don't cry.
Oh my god.
I can fix it.
So we come back to the house and Blossom and Buttercup are at each other's throats. And while this is going on, Bubbles is in the room crying because they're over there arguing. And that's when she hears a voice.
Bubbles. Bubbles. I heard what you were saying.
I remember. Wow, that's crazy. Now I remember this episode. He was using a tool. Oh yeah, I remember this shit. That's crazy.
What's wrong in the fight? But I have a solution.
Damn.
All you need to do is tell Buttercup that she should be in charge.
He gonna turn them against each other. Ooh.
Yes, Buttercup is the real leader, not Blossom.
So the next day, they get a call on the hotline and there's a monster tearing up the city. Yeah, we know. So as the girls are heading over there, Bubbles is holding Octi. And as Blossom and Buttercup are getting their asses handed to them, Bubbles goes up to Buttercup and tells her that Octi thinks you should be the leader and do what you want to do. And you know, there's a reason Blossom is the leader. She's rational, she uses her brain, because you see Buttercup,
She going straight to the bullshit. She not thinking. She throwing hands first and then asking questions later.
You're a victim.
That's how Buttercup rolls. She don't care, but she throwing these hands first and then she getting to the rationality later.
goes and grabs the top of the water tower, the city's water supply, and chucks it at the monster, just for it to land on top of the old lady and smash her and her bike. And this is why I never want to live in Townsville, because this old lady is just riding in the park and the next thing you know, she on a t-shirt. So when they get back to the house,
damn, she got murder on her plate. Hey, we ain't gonna talk about that. That's a body. Hey, Buttercup got a body on her.
Blossom and Buttercup done had it up to here with each other, and they're using their powers in the house fighting each other. And if I'm the professor, both of y'all getting whooped, because I know y'all not tearing up my house. But while this is going on, him is over there having a field day because he thinks he won. And when we cut back to the room, Bubbles is still over there asking the doll what to do. Like that worked the last time. And him comes on the microphone like,
"You stupid girl! They're fighting because of you, and because you believes whatever a talking toy
Daddy's got a town to destroy. So Him turns Bubbles' doll into a giant monster and starts making its way to destroy the town. And Bubbles thinks that she can take the thing down, which if she wasn't so goddamn soft in this episode, she probably could. But when she gets there, she gets snatched up by the dang octopus. And while she's over there screaming for help, Blossom and Buttercup show up, put their differences aside, and yank Bubbles out of the monster's tentacle.
Hey, teamwork
is enough for him to be beat for now. And this brings me to chapter 2. So we're back in the city of Townsville, and if it's one thing that citizens of Townsville love, it's the Powerpuff Girls. From this old lady to Miss Keene to the mayor and Miss Bellum to their beloved professor, everybody loves the Powerpuff Girls.
They must didn't hear about that body Buttercup didn't got. And I still ain't forgave him what they did to Mojo Jojo in that prison.
Lord Jesus.
They beat him to death and made him cry, or beat him half to death and made him cry. I'll never forget that shit. Never. I'm never letting that go. I'm never letting that go. That traumatized me as a kid. Y'all know that? Watching that monkey cry like that.
But there is one person that hates the Powerpuff Girls, and that is Him. And Him is over there in the tub like,
I hate the Powerpuff Girls. Oh, Powerpuff Girls, we need you. Powerpuff Girls, we love you.
I hate them girls, bruh. So while he's talking to the rubber duck about how much he hates the Powerpuff Girls, he comes up with a plan. But before we get to the plan, why is his foot shaped like a heel?
Oh my God.
So he pops up over the town like the moon in the middle of the night and literally puts hate in the people's hearts overnight, because the very next morning, everyone hates the Powerpuff Girls.
Damn.
And I just gotta say, this is the biggest coercion charge I have ever seen. You could probably throw in assault with a chemical weapon too, because we don't know what's in that gas. How we know that's safe? So the next day the girls are out and they find out real quick that everybody can't stand them. It's
Damn, not the cat. Oh shit, what damn? The cat ain't fucking with you?
Lady that they helped yesterday is now beating them, Cat scratching them up, Miss Keene getting a class to throw apples and scissors at them. Bruh, hard up apples at their head is crazy. Even the narrator is sitting there telling them to shut up. But
Damn.
the craziest part about all of this is when they go
They broke the fourth wall. Not the narrator telling them to shut up.
mayor's office, and they thought that he wanted them to help open the pickle jar again. So they go and grab the jar, and when they grab the jar, the mayor calls in the goddamn SWAT team on them, and they all
Oh my
pull the strap
God.
on them.
Nigga pulled out the M16 and a Mac 10 on their ass. Nigga, what? He pulled up. Hey,
Dang SWAT team on them, and they all pulled
damn, they got blicky shotguns. Oh my, SMGs, pistols.
strap on them. Even my baby Miss Bellum pulls the god.
This episode predicted Twitter pretty much. They love you, then they hate you. Hey man, look. If y'all ever post me, never post me on Twitter. Oh my God.
Pistol out. Bruh, Bellum got a strap too. So when they get home, they realize that everybody is out for their heads. Even the dang professor hates them.
Damn, they
And
daddy?
when they run outside, Him shows up and tells them that he turned the whole town against them. And then he wraps himself around the professor and proceeds to lick the professor's face. So after Him tells them that he turned them against them, he sicks them on the girls.
They put this on TV when we was. I don't remember him licking the professor. What is going on? But, niggas, y'all was right. Niggas was tripping in that writer room.
So
He licked the professor. Like he licked him like a popsicle.
professor and proceeds to lick the professor's
What?
face. So after Him tells them that he turned them against them, he sicks them on the girls. And while they're beating on them, the crash out of the group Buttercup tells the girls that in order to beat them, they gotta beat them. And boy, if you done seen a Powerpuff jumping, you know that body's about to start thumping. Because
Damn.
the Powerpuff Girls
Damn.
beat the brakes off every citizen of Townsville. It was a massacre.
Oh my God.
Everybody got it. Even the dang professor. They laid out everybody except him, which I gotta say, yeah, they threatened him for doing that, but y'all still not running no hands with him. And this leads me to the final chapter, and probably why they didn't run up on him, because ladies and gentlemen, this last chapter is simply called Him Wins. And before we start this chapter, I just want to forewarn you, this is probably one of the darkest episodes in the series. So without further ado, so we cut back to the city of Townsville once again, and it's almost time for the kids to get out of school for the weekend. And Buttercup is over there fiending to get out of school, and I don't blame her.
Nah, it used to be like that. When y'all ready to get out of that classroom on Friday, but around like 2-3 o'clock,
Lord Jesus.
I was looking at that damn clock too, like every minute. And then y'all hate when teachers say, "I dismiss you. The bell doesn't dismiss you." I be like, "Bitch, shut up. Let me get out of here."
Because Miss King is over here solving the formula for time travel. Lady, they are 6. So when the girls get out of school, they happy because for the first time, they get to go on a vacation from the city of Townsville. They about to go be on the beach, play in the water, have some fun, you know, be normal for once. So the girls race home, but remember how I said Miss King was over there solving the formula for time travel?
Damn.
Well, the girls go so
She Einstein, ain't she? She cooking up some type of equation over there.
fast that they literally access the speed force and travel into the future.
Whoa.
And the future of Townsville without the girls for all that time does not look good. But to be honest, when they get home, the girls don't even notice it. Because when they get home and go into the professor's lab, they find the professor who is now an old man trying to recreate
Damn.
the Powerpuff Girls. And when they try to talk
Oh, he looked down bad. I don't think I seen this episode. Ooh, he looked crazy.
to him, he thinks they're a hallucination and chases the girls out of the house into the now wasteland
Whoa.
that is Townsville. And
Boy, is this Fallout? God damn.
as they fly into the town, they stop at the mayor's office and they got my baby Miss Bellum in there losing it. Apparently,
No, not Miss Bellum, please. Anybody but Miss Bellum. Oh. Woo. Not her.
the girls have been gone so long and the mayor was trying to call them for
Ooh.
help so much, but they never
came.
And as a result, the mayor is now dead. And after they leave the mayor's office, they stop at the school and find Miss King, who is basically stuck in a genjutsu, talking about how she stood there waving goodbye to the girls as they raced off over and over again.
Nigga.
Here's the kicker. The girl
Bruh, they was showing this shit to us when we was kids. It's a really dark episode.
girls have been gone for 50 years. And as they are staring at Miss King, they hear a voice behind them.
Don't you girls know that the faster you go, the more time slows? Seconds, minutes, hours, days, and nights. You got on hands and knees and race the speed of light.
Damn.
Remember, girls?
And Buttercup can't believe it because they left the world for 50 years. 50 years with no one to protect it from him.
Crazy.
And right after this, him does something that I can only describe as horrific, demonic, downright evil. I don't think I've seen anyone in the history of this show do this. He got jumped by the Powerpuff Girls and he shrugged it off like they didn't even touch him. They was dragging him worse than they've ever done anyone. Literally crying while they was pushing him. And you know when kids cry while they angry, their power gets multiplied by like 20. And the whole time, him is just
I know y'all went to school before and seen a motherfucker cry when they fight. You know motherfucker do that.
You're a victim.
They do that, they ready to swing, boy.
smiling while getting beat up by the girls. And after all that, they had him over there tooted up on the ground.
Oh my God.
And him looks up like,
Are you finished?
bruh, no.
Damn.
I've seen
This is
these girls
disrespectful.
drop giant monsters like it's nothing. And him just shrugging it off like
That's
they
disrespectful.
didn't even touch him. Not even a scratch on the fit. God damn.
So if it didn't bother him, why he tooted up? Like, why he tooted up?
Lord Jesus.
Why is he face down, ass up? Like, he must have wanted to do that on purpose.
You're a victim.
They was freaked out in that writing room. Y'all niggas freaked out. Y'all did that shit on purpose.
So as Blossom tells him that he can never beat them,
But they
Him's
sweating and
eyes starts
everything.
glowing green and says that he doesn't need to win. He already won. and then
Yeah.
proceeds to transform into a superpowered version of himself.
Oh my God.
And the messed up part about all this is usually when villains think that they won, they'll start fighting to prove it. But not him. No, him went into his ultimate form just to flex. He didn't even fight them.
Whoa, this nigga look crazy. Now he a freaked out goat
You're a victim.
with fucking claws for hands.
All he did was have all the people come and tell the Powerpuff Girls that it's their fault.
Ooh.
The reason why the town is now a wasteland is because they left and him took over and they didn't come back to try to save them. And without even throwing a punch, he broke the spirit of the Powerpuff Girls.
Yeah.
He took their will to even fight back to the point that the girls ran. And this time, they didn't run to try to get stronger. They didn't run to find some secret weapon. They didn't come back. They ran away from him. And for the first and only time, the Powerpuff Girls definitively lost. And the only villain that was able to do it was him. All right.
Yeah, that makes sense though. I ain't gonna lie. If anybody was gonna do it, I figured he would do it.